So if you have stuff like this in a barn or whatever,
and you want to be our family, we'll welcome you
yes,
in.
exactly.
This is a one family owned since 1964 C10 with a 283.
Duper duper. Patina cool old truck. What's up, dudes and dudettes? Welcome back to the shop. Welcome back to the channel.
How's everybody's mama and them?
Mama's doing good. Mom's actually in town. What's up, Mom? I know she's watching this video, and she is doing well.
Mom, I'm at work.
Anyway,
Yeah.
we're working on cool shit. We're always working on cool shit. But this is like super duper rad.
It's like a time capsule.
Yeah, this is way cool. This is the kind of stuff that like it almost hurts you when people bring it to you because it's so in the groove of the kind of stuff that we like that it's like, damn, you should give me that.
Yeah, we wish our family had a heirloom. Like, wouldn't that be what this is?
Yeah.
Is this an heirloom?
I don't know. I mean,
That's a big word
yeah.
for me, first off.
You could be non-family if you just let me have stuff like this. So if you have stuff like this in a barn or whatever,
And you want to be our family, we'll welcome you in.
yes, exactly. Not saying I'm gonna invite you to the cookout and the Thanksgiving and stuff, but like, I mean, maybe depending on the level of coolness.
Depends.
Okay,
You
so
can stay the night or not.
yeah, yeah. Okay, so you ready to see this thing? Check it out. Boom, shaka, laka, dude.
This is a one family owned since 1964 C10 with a 283 and a hook on the floor.
Yeah, the only thing under this that looks aftermarket is the upper radiator hose, and it's got an alternator instead of a generator, and I think that the master cylinder's been replaced, but like, that's the original coil. That's probably the original cab. It's crusty in all of the right ways. This thing is super duper sick. It's got perfect patina. It is awesome. This is the kind of truck that you want to find in a barn and you want your grandpappy to give you because, dude, 283, 327, those little small blocks are freaking sick.
Well, yeah, and the cool thing about this truck is manual brakes, manual steering, no air conditioning, so it's technically the fastest C10 that you could have bought in 64.
Yeah, and it's a handshaker. And if you don't know what that means, well, it's got a hook on the floor like proper America. Check this thing out.
So it looks really good in the camera right now because, well, in typical Holden Bros fashion, we do a bunch of work and sometimes you don't film stuff. And so this has like 3 days of back-breaking buffing.
Yeah, we've been cutting and buffing on this thing for definitely a few days.
Yeah.
And it had a lot of oxidation and stuff. Steven, you got a couple pictures, right?
Yeah, we got a few pictures. Yep.
So this is what it looked like before, and then now you see what it looks like now. And we're not quite done with it. There's a little bit of like humidity in the air and like some water sitting on top of it. We've got a few things to still buff. We haven't touched the top of the hood, haven't touched the back of the cab. You can see how this is still kind of like oxidized. I think it might show up. Like this is real flat, doesn't even reflect light. And then you've got, where's a kind of a shiny part? Then you can see up here that this stuff's got like a sheen to it. You know, like the hood here, you can start to see stuff like actually reflecting, and that's been cut and buffed. So we got a little bit of stuff left to do. We got with a local shop. There's a place down the road called Matas Concepts, and he does classic car stuff. They do restorations. They do, I mean, it's kind of like a custom, it's a custom shop. And we hollered at him because we needed some interior love because the original seat was messed up. It looked like this. And then this is what it looks like now.
Dude, it looks so good. Every time I look in here, I think,
It looks outstanding. We went over there and picked through the color swatches that he had and said basically we're trying to get like the piping edges, you know, like fold those over so that it looks as close to what the factory was. A little bit different pattern. Like it's not exactly what it was from the factory, but it looks really close and it definitely looks like it belongs in the truck. He adjusted the padding in the seat. Some of it was good. There was some springs that had like popped out on the side that were hanging, pushing on the original vinyl, and they squared all that stuff back up and did a really good job. The seat's super comfortable. It looks great. It matches the interior, and that's what we were really after. This is something where we're trying to do kind of be like minimally invasive.
Only fix what needs fixed, basically.
Yeah, so we're gonna check the timing on it. We're gonna, make sure mechanical advance is all there, no vacuum leaks, maybe adjust the carburetor if it needs it. It really runs pretty well.
Yeah.
Steven and I have already zipped it down the road a couple of times.
Yeah, I think, drained the gas out of it, put a fuel filter in it, fresh gas, and it fired up.
Yeah, I think we might have changed the oil.
Yeah, we changed the oil, that was it.
Other than that, that's pretty much it. I don't know how many miles are on it. Let's see what it says on the dash. It says 53,976.
That is original.
And I would say it has to be original mileage because it's the doors close perfect.
Yeah.
It's a great truck that they need to just give to me.
The old boy that owns this, his dad or his grandpa bought it brand new, and he drove this to high school in 70 something, and other than that, it's kind of just been parked since then.
Yeah.
And they wanted to get it back up and rolling again, and not, restoration quality, but at least where you can hop in it again and go tootle down the road.
Yeah, well, some stuff you just don't need to restore.
No.
I am of the preference, and I know Steven is too, and a lot of you guys that are watching, it's way cooler to find an original truck.
Yes.
That just needs a little bit of cleaning up, and you do the mechanical stuff. You make sure you got good brakes, and the U-joints are good, the tranny shifts right, and the motor's good. But having something that's original is literally a time capsule. I mean, you're driving around something going, look at the fact that I survived all these years and all this time, and to me that is worth more. You can't recreate that, right? It's just completely honest. So this is right up our alley. Super duper duper.
Super duper! That's nice!
Steven's gonna jump in the bed of this thing and rip these old boards out. They're original as well. And what we're trying to do is keep all of these, I guess you call them battens maybe?
Yeah.
I don't know what they are. They're retaining the strips that go between the wood. We're gonna try to keep the original pieces because, well, we think it looks pretty cool, and we're trying not to spend a bunch of money. I don't want chrome strips in the back of my original truck.
Yeah, you either get chrome or stainless, which is cool, but it ain't gonna match the truck.
It's not as cool as those original strips being put back in there. They're not destroyed yet, and we're trying not to destroy them. Steven found a wood floor kit.
Just some regular old pine, nothing fancy. You can get birchwood and balsa and Segovian red timber and anything else.
Yeah, I like that.
We'll get that one for you.
Okay.
Segovia.
Yeah, we'll put that in my Dodge.
Segovia.
Yeah, hell yeah. I want to move to Segovia and harvest wood planks.
So anyway, yeah, we got some old pine here that it's been notched, but it doesn't have the hole drilled in it. So we got those two boards, I think, are the only ones where it bolts to the frame. We gotta lay those out. The rest of it though should kind of.
We've got a decent game plan for what we're gonna do, which is, well, rip this stuff up out of the way, pick these battens up where we can get underneath, and then cut the fastener loose.
Hopefully get in there like that there.
Yeah.
But with a new cutoff wheel.
Yeah, we're trying to sneak in here on these and like take our time so that it doesn't look like a complete idiot came through here and just chopped a bunch of stuff out. Now these guys over here, these corner little guys, you don't worry about those guys. We'll figure that out when we get there. We're gonna start with the meat and potatoes, get that stuff out of the way. Gonna get new carriage bolt fasteners from, I don't know, Home Depot, Napa, O'Reilly's, whoever's got what we need. And we're gonna redo the floor in the bed of this really cool original pickup. And by we, I mean Steven, because I am on test and tune today. So I will see y'all back over here in a little bit. For now, you're gonna have to watch Steven's backside. Enjoy.
Oh yeah.
Always safety first. That's why I covered the back glass. Believe it or not, I have ruined several pieces of glass in my own automobiles because I was ready to work. And well, I don't want to ruin this one. So that's why I did that. All right, so I got the little metal strips. I don't know what you want to call them, but I got these right here off the truck, and I didn't know this, but these bolts that hold it in, they're not regular carriage bolts that have the little square in them, so when they sit in, they won't turn. These are actually press fit in. I got this little contraption here. I set this on there like that. Actually, like that. Whip that in, then take my punch, pow, knock that through. So I gotta do that to all of these guys, which I'll, you know, do it super fast warp speed. And then, once I get done doing that, we got our boards all laid out right here. We got some Olympic WaterGuard wood stain sealer kit all in one. So we're gonna get those all coated up, sealed up, let them dry overnight, and then tomorrow they'll go in the bed of that guy.
All right, Chicken 12er has got all of the battens, metal strips, whatever, call them whatever you want, pulled out of the back of the truck, all the old wood out, and we can't get the original spline fasteners that held these battens down. I'm trying to see what the f we got here. Let me see. The factory carriage bolt that was in it, it's kind of like a carriage bolt. Just see if this will focus. It's got splines on it that pushed into these little battens, and that's what like held it. You know, it's splined in there, and the shoulder of it is what bit and held that into place.
Yeah, what's weird is right here they use square.
Yeah, that's like a typical carriage bolt. You know, it's got a square underneath a little button head. Looks just like this, but it's got a square under it to lock it into this deal. So anyway, we went to Home Depot and bought these carriage bolts, and they have a square underneath them like a normal carriage bolt. And so the plan is to like maybe lightly grind those or something to get it to where it still like has a press. That way when you start pulling it down, it bites and it doesn't spin in the hole. And
cave that thing in.
Yeah,
it's a square
exactly.
peg round hole.
And we don't want to just tighten them down in there and then like have this huge wrinkled trash.
Yeah.
So we're going to gently work up on the edge and figure out a way to make those bolts work. That's what we're doing there. But the kit that we bought the cheaper of the wood kits for the bed, and we did it because we're going to show you the way that we're doing this, which is to buy an all-in-one sealer. Now, there's people who say you want to seal it, and you get a urethane and wait to
varnish it.
Yeah, 4 hours.
Yeah,
4 hours in between coats, and hold your mouth just right. And we're thinking probably not.
Definitely not doing all that.
So we went down and got something that's going to tint these down a little bit because they're like bleach white right now. So that's going to look absolutely terrible in the back of an old truck. So we wanted to tint it down. We found something that was a sealer and a stain. It's made for high traffic, like on decking. And so we're going to lather this on there, and that's what we're going to do. And we're going to call that good. And then that's what we're doing is that.
Yeah.
And
so
then
for all you wood carvers out there, let us know why this isn't going to work, and it'll be in the back of this man's truck working.
yeah, if it was my truck, I would have took used motor oil and slung all across this. That's what I would have done.
I would have probably done that after I put these in.
Yeah,
too,
maybe like, you know, maybe you could get just like paint the ends up with a little bit of Earl before you get in there, you know, a little grease or something, but it's not our truck, and so it has to look like it was worth paying us to do it.
Yeah.
Not like we just took a shortcut. So the paint's gonna be pretty shiny, the boards are gonna be kind of shiny, but it's not gonna take away from the fact that it's like patina, cool, old truck. Yeah, might as well get a pull off of it. I mean, you know? So yeah, that's what we're doing. And I'm gonna quit talking about it, and then we're gonna do it. And then you're gonna see, and that's what we're gonna do.
We got a real nice paintbrush, and I'm gonna rinse this out and we'll put it back in the cupboard for
Yeah, macaroni and cheese later.
Later.
Now that's what we're using as dispenser. We forgot to get a bowl at Home Depot, like a little plastic one. Probably wouldn't have bought it anyway because they want like 20 bucks for every single thing. It seems like
Everything's
now.
so expensive. The
So
paintbrush is $14.
yeah, exactly. We got like 50 bucks in this jug of for $29.95 and a $20 brush. So I'm
Man,
already
it's-
way more expensive than free motor oil, and so I'm kind of getting pissed. You know what I mean?
Look at this, dude.
Not really,
You
but
too,
kind of.
look.
Look here. Oh God.
I hope that's what you wanted.
That isn't. I mean,
Give me a milk. Chocolate.
It looks like a little bit like chocolate milk.
yeah. I hope we don't ruin this guy's shit because I was looking at what it looks like on the front of the can. You know, that looks great, right? And then we have that. So you know, I don't know. We're gonna see. All right, we're starting on the bottom so that if it just completely sucks, that we can figure something out when we go to the other side. I mean, that definitely looks better than what that looks better than that. So, feeling better about it. All right, we're gonna paint them up and see what it looks like.
All right, so I'm gonna use the bench grinder, and I'm gonna just round that square edge off each one of those corners a little bit. That way it fits into the press fit style strips, whatever you want to call it. So here we go. Now it'll sit down in there and fit like a glove. I'm gonna do this 50 more times. Got my bolts ground down, flat washers, lock washers, nuts, strip, some wood. Fixing to set these in here and see how it goes. All right, so I've got those couple pieces in there. The bolts holding it to all these little guys, the little supports. I didn't cut all these old bolts out yet because I didn't want like all my supports to be flopping around. So now I'm gonna start over there. I'm gonna cut 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of those out, and then install that little skinny guy and that other guy, which I've already laid out and test fit, drilled my bed bolt holes. I'll show you how I did that on this side. But for now, we work over there. All right, so before I put this board in, and it blocked me from getting this one in, we're gonna fish this guy up in here.
Okay, folks, we are wrapped up on this super slick little C10 short wheelbase step side. So let's go over this thing and take a look at it real quick. Look how shiny that bad mug is. Like straight up, dude. Home to the dome, dog.
It's crazy how this thing's a 64 and it's 2026, so that's what, 62 years?
Yes.
62-year-old paint in it.
Literally is like,
Baller as it can
dude,
get.
lacquer paint looks so sick.
Especially that fender.
Yeah, like, I hope this camera picks up the amount of gloss that is happening. It actually looks really good. I mean, compare the bed. That's how the truck showed up, oxidized and done for. Granted, we still got some compounding stuff we're gonna wipe off,
yeah.
but like that to that. Truck looks rad. Tailgate is not in the right light to show like how shiny it is, but it's all there. Looks really good. Got a little bit of stuff to kind of wipe off. We got just little residual stuff here and there. You can see some compounding stuff slung on the back of that. But for the most part, the glass is clean. The seat was done locally. Just sweet little truck that we got to do a little bit of work on. I'm sure this customer's gonna bring it back. Just throw a little elbow grease and mainly back and elbow grease.
Yeah, I think they're gonna bring
And-
it back and give me the title.
Yeah, that would be great.
Is what,
I'll take all the things that look like that have titles for free that you can possibly.
yeah, any of y'all need to give a really nice old truck away. We'd clean it real nice for you, us, and show you
Yeah, I'd have it.
that we cared.
And if you think for any reason that there's no way that we could stack more trucks, you would be mistaken. I
Yeah,
will.
We got a couple acres that,
Yeah, I'll stack them like you've never.
regardless
just-
of what the HOA says, we'll stack stuff.
Yeah, those are all being worked on. See.
Yep.
Yeah.
My kid's gonna drive that one.
Okay, guys, go find something cool and fix it. Till next time.
Adios.
Lay late.